Callie, come wake up. So your dad's coming today.
Get off.
Come, wake up, wake up.
You're so annoying.
Shit. Angel, please get out of bed.
Yeah, I think it's actually really cute the way that Greg freaks out and stresses out before my dad arrives. And it makes me kind of happy actually, because it means he cares not only for me, but he cares to impress my dad, which is definitely some brownie points in there for him.
Callie, are you on your phone? Get off it.
You
need to get up, Callie. No, seriously.
Oh my
Please.
God. You're too much right now.
Has he left?
You're putting your watch on and you haven't even got changed yet.
Because I need to know the time.
I'm so excited for my folks to arrive. Especially my mom. I don't get to see her as much as I'd like to, so whenever she comes, I really get excited to spend some one-on-one time with her. And my dad, it's always nice to see him. Yeah, I'm really happy that they are coming today.
Gregory, what are you doing?
Did you order the whiskey for your dad?
Yeah, just calm.
Where is it?
It's in the pantry.
Why isn't it here? Working for my father-in-law, it's a tough one. I'm sure anyone that does work for their father-in-law, you understand exactly what I'm saying.
Can I tell you my plan?
What's your plan?
Okay, you can organise that when I'm gone. I'm about to go and fetch my dad at the airstrip, but I'm gonna do a little foodie vibe for them when they land. So we'll probably be gone for about an hour and a half. So you can sort everything out during that time.
All right.
Okay. Stress, huh? All right, well, I'll see you now.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
You put diesel in the car?
Yes.
My dad's got his pilot's license and my mom's got a helicopter license, so they're going to be flying in today and my dad will be flying, so it's only natural that they zip themselves into camp, which is pretty cool. I tend to want to go over the top when my folks arrive, just because I want to show my dad that I'm working hard, everything's good, kind of get a few brownie points in there.
Hi.
Hi, dudes.
Oh.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Nice to see you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that one. Cool. Hi, Mom.
How are you?
How are you doing? Nice, Kelly. What's the drama?
Mom is playing for you.
Drums? I don't think necessary, Kelly, but over the top, eh?
So I'm really excited. My mum and dad have just arrived. I haven't seen them in a while. So I thought, what a better way to welcome them by giving them a little treat and a little sip when they step off the plane. So now that they're here, I'm going to quickly whip this dish up. It's really quick and fast. It takes 5 minutes to do, but it looks really good and it tastes really good. So if you've got unexpected guests or you want to have snacks and drinks at your house in the evening, this is a really good dish to whip together. And my mom loves champs and my dad loves his blue cheese. So that's why I've decided to use blue cheese today. What I've decided to make are these little bruschettas. Mine's a homemade bagel, but if at a supermarket or anywhere you can get those beautiful bagels or baguettes, slice them up and toast them, that works just as well. Not as much fuss. I'm going to just assemble them nicely on the board here so they look really nice. When you're doing simple dishes like this, try and make them look nice because they're really easy to make and you want to make it look like you've made a bit of effort. I'm going to use blue cheese on all of them, but I'm going to create different flavors by adding figs on one and sun-dried tomatoes on the other and basil, as well as delicious truffle oil that my mom bought me from Italy. What I'm going to do is just take my blue cheese and I'm going to use it as a butter and just smear it on the bruschetta. I'm only going to do this to half of them and I'm going to use it in a different way with the other half. If you don't like blue cheese, you could use brie, camembert, you could use cream cheese, and I'm going to take my basil and I'm just going to lay a piece on these four. I'm going to take a couple of my figs out and all I'm going to do is slice them in half and I'm going to put them on a few of the other bruschettas that I haven't done already. Open up my sun-dried tomatoes. And these are my favorite thing. I can just eat them on their own. They're quite big, so I'm actually just going to lay one on each This is all just assembling. It's so easy. You can do it at home. There is no mess, no fuss, and it looks really impressive. Basil again, just a piece on each of our figs. Right, so now I've got everything assembled and I want to add some additions to this. So I want to put a little chunk on top of the fig of our blue cheese. You see, we're utilizing it in different ways. That's perfect. So now what I'm going to do is on these last pieces is I'm going to add a little bit of sun-dried and the figs together. Same, but different. Awesome. Perfect. If you are using truffle oil at home, it's very strong in flavor. So I wouldn't recommend putting it on every single one because chances are one person is not going to like it. And my dad isn't a huge fan of it, so I'm just going to put on 2 or 3 here. I'm going to do our figs for our last 3. Now the last thing we need is our sun-dried tomatoes need a little bit of a zips. So what I'm going to actually do is put a basil leaf on top, again changing up the look of it, but exactly the same ingredients. And I'm going to take the blue cheese and I'm going to do one little vibe in the middle here. And this is so quick and easy to make. I literally have 3 jars here, 1 block of cheese, and look at this little vibe here. Salt and pepper. If you get a little salt and pepper on the board, it adds to it, it's part of the vibe. Don't worry about being too perfect. It must look homemade. It is so delicious. I can taste the strawberry and I can definitely taste the basil. I love a good fizz. But again, if you guys prefer sparkling wine, Prosecco, any of your favorite bubbles will do just the trick. And this is a really impressive spread for your friends or your family, and I know that my mom and dad are gonna love it. That one's for you, no basil.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank you. So
This is
Cheers.
awesome. Thank you.
Nice to be back and
Why,
see you
why are
guys.
we not getting this every time we're around?
I thought it was a special weekend for you.
No. Well, thank you.
Love you. Love you.
Thank you.
Yummy.
Delicious.
Thanks, my girl.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's so good to be back in Mozambique. I love coming here. I love the outdoors and I love spending time with Callie.
It's been a long time since I've seen my mom, so I want to cook her something delicious, and I definitely want to have a little sneaky cocktail with her. And one of her favorites and my favorites is a pina colada. So that's what I'm going to rustle up for her today. These are really great for snacks or canapes if you've got friends at home. And you could also use them for breakfast. If you're not a fan of zucchini, you could use eggplant or brinjal. I'm going to start on the thicker side, and I'm just going to literally put my grater in the dish and grate away. You could also use the food processor, but as long as you've got the grating attachment to it, see, that's the vibe you're going for. So now I just need to flavor them up. Use whatever herbs at home you like, or if you're not a fan of chili, I'm actually just going to microplane a chili straight into here just to give it a bit of a kick, only half. This isn't a very hot chili either. Cool, let's give it a mix. Then before I season, I'm going to add a bit of Parmesan. A little bit later I'll add some more, but this is just to give it a bit of creaminess. Let's go in with our turmeric. I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon, not too much. Like I said, I'm going for the color here with this. I mean, look at it, it's just so bright. Let's just crack our egg. You only need 1 egg for this. A cheek of our lime here. Squeeze it right in. Yum, it smells so good. Just because it is so fragrant. And we're sticking with the green theme here. Right, so now I'm gonna add the flour. I'm gonna say about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Salt and pepper, obviously, most important. The last ingredient I didn't add was the baking powder. That's gonna give us the puff and the rise. So I'm gonna stick about half a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons into our mixture here. 1 spoon in, and that will be the perfect size for me. This happens quite quickly, so you just want to watch them, and as soon as they start bronzing on the edges, you'll know that they're lifting away from the pan so you can turn them.
So the pina colada is a drink I'm making for my mom this afternoon as a little zips for us to have some special alone time together. And it takes me back to when Greg and I got engaged. We were in the Seychelles and you proposed on the beach. My folks were there. It was absolutely amazing and definitely something I'll never forget. And every time I make this cocktail or drink it, it definitely takes me back to when you put a ring on it, sweetie.
So my delicious fritters are ready. I've just placed them on the board here. They look so beautiful and green and vibrant. I'm now going to make the pièce de résistance, and that is the cocktail, pina colada, sweetie. This is a very special cocktail to me. I'm using a delicious coconut rum. Cool. Any pineapple juice you've got at home, even a mixed blend pineapple will work. And this is about 2 cups, straight into the jar. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a flavor boost, and I'm going to use lime. I think lime really brings out all the flavors in a pina colada. The coconut, the pineapple, everything. It's delicious, and it just gives it a bit of a tangy vibe. Slither of the zest. And I'm just going to zest a tiny bit in, not a lot, just a little bit. Now for the coconut milk. About half a cup in there. Yum. Right, put your lid on and just give it a shake. And then we're going to pour in. Oh my word, this smell is the best. It really does just take me back to the Seychelles. I just have to have a sip of this. It just smells delicious. If you don't like pina coladas, well then I don't know, because that is pretty deadly and it is delicious. And it's so hot that it's going to go down perfectly with my delicious zucchini fritters here. So I'm going to move these to one side, and all I'm going to do is drizzle our yogurt here. It just looks so nice because it's this bright white on this Lumo green almost. It's so nice. And that is it, guys. My pina coladas, Mom's favorite and mine, which I'm going to enjoy every minute of, and delicious zucchini fritters. I hope you enjoy these. I'm going to go and munch away with my mom now. Yeah, like fresh. I'm really glad you're here, Mom. Cheers. Love you.
Greg does a lot of work for my dad. He kind of runs the place, does the crock farm workshops. He's kind of a all-rounder. And yeah, he's really taken into the role really well. He's super busy. So whenever my dad arrives, it's kind of like, let's just go through everything, see what's happening.
I see there's lots of water in that pan, Greg.
Yeah, it's looking nice,
They've
eh?
been pumping it lekker.
Yeah.
Nice try, Jana. What's the story? Yeah, it's obviously my duty to, you know, or my role around here to put pressure on all the guys and especially Greg, because he's got the managerial role when I'm not here. Let's just get the roof on, we've got plenty grass here.
Yeah, we've got the poles. We're just waiting for the carpenter to come back from leave,
Yeah.
and then we'll get them.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, another 6 weeks and we've got problems.
I find it easier to run this place when he is away, but yeah, when he is here, things happen, and they happen quickly.
We need to get this plan back on track here, guys. Need to be at 6 o'clock in the morning and they finish up at bloody 6 o'clock in the evening, and like we did last year. I mean,
Yeah, no, we definitely, yeah.
3 weeks, 3 weeks eggs, 2 months hatchlings. I don't want to be like last year, caught with our pants around our ankles.
Callie and Greg got engaged this year, and I'm really excited to organise the wedding. I'm in my element actually, and also to see her and chat about all our plans.
Flowers is the only thing I'm not sure about.
Well, what
Need
about...
like ideas of what flowers and that.
Okay, well, I think we should ask Coral.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
so clever.
She is. But we'll just have to sit and maybe go through colours and exactly the things that I want.
Well, I've got some ideas, so we can chat about that. Oh, it's so nice to be back.
It is beautiful, hey?
Beautiful.
My mom is so helpful when it comes to organising this wedding. I actually don't know what I would do without her. She is so good at like table decorations, flowers, her ideas are incredible. I mean, I've got all the food vibes down and what I'm wearing, but my mom is amazing with the creative side of things. She's really got vision, so it's amazing talking to her and getting me inspired and excited about everything because she's got such a good eye for stuff like that.
Shame, I hope Greg is all right and Dad's not hectic.
Well, he's been a bit stressed, so I'm sure he will be.
Yeah.
A little hectic.
And another thing, Greg, this tree, you need to start, this thing's got to move. You know, this is going to be a big problem just now, and if we got, it's a big job to pull this tree down. That thing will give shade until 11 o'clock in the morning, so you're defeating the object of having the plastic. So we need to get somebody onto this, eh?
Okay.
All jokes aside, I know I'll give Greg a hard time, but no, he's up to speed with everything. He's got it worked out.
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks, Greg.
I'm really, really grateful for these prawns, so I need to do a really good job with them. My dad specifically flew them here for me. He stopped in Villankoulas and got them. He organised someone from the market to get them, and they're really beautiful big prawns. You can't just like get any little. My dad's quite fussy, so they have to be big and beautiful. And he's flown them here himself for me, so I'm very, very spoiled. So I gotta make sure that these are gonna be delish.
Okay, we off.
Yep.
Yeah. Got everything, Cal?
Yeah, I got everything.
Sure. Okay, Greg, check the fuel,
Sorted.
check the oil.
Done. I've checked absolutely everything, Simon.
Oh, really, Greg? You checked everything?
What's that
So you checked the fuel, eh?
I did. I checked the fuel. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why Greg is trying to fix this boat, because Dad's there, he'll sort it out. He's definitely got more of the flair with that kind of thing.
I know, but Greg is way more handy than Dad. Dad knows more, but Greg is more handy. When he comes to visit,
Yeah,
I
I
get him to hang my
suppose.
pictures and...
Yeah, he does hang all
he
this
is.
stuff in
He's
your
awesome,
house.
so.
Ah, there we go.
I am here with my folks and Gregory. I'm just missing my sister and my brother, but we are in the most amazing spot, as you can see. I'm about to cook us some prawns. My pups' prawns. This is his recipe that he taught me. Growing up, we used to go to Mozambique a lot on the beach, on the coast, and he used to cook us prawns, chili, garlic, butter, lemon juice. It is a zips, and I have to share it with you, and I know that I love it, so I'm sure everyone who loves prawns will love it as well. It's really simple, really quick and fast, and a really delicious way to cook prawns. So here goes. You take your prawn at the back, just where the head is, and you just snip all the way along. You open it and you'll see a little black vein like that. Just hook him. You can use your fingers, if not, just use the scissors and just pull it out. You don't want to eat that, it's not cool. Perfect. I've got about 100 grams of butter here. As you can see, it's like half malted and softened. This has got a lot of butter, so if you're watching your calories, this is a cheat day option. This little jar here is delicious hot chilies I've already prepared. And this one I'm actually going to use as a bit of a garnish, and I'm going to slice them a bit awkward just to sprinkle in amongst the prawns. We are a huge chili garlic loving family. The simplest thing, if you want to chop it, but this is a beast of a tool. I love it. I'm just gonna, my garlic, and it makes a paste. It's amazing. I use this with most of my cooking. 4 cloves, I know it looks like a lot of garlic, but it really makes the dish. It's garlic, it's very simple flavors. It's just garlic, chili, lemon juice, salt and pepper. That's basically it. So you got to make sure you got the heat from the garlic and the chili. It's just delicious. Zest a little bit of the lemon rind in here. I'm not sure if my dad actually does that, but I'm going to do it. I think that's enough. Just going to halve it and just juice away. And my dad always says when cooking, lemon, 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 you can't have enough lemon. It's his favorite thing to cook with. Nyama, prawns, every time we braai, it's all about the lemon. So this has actually got a lot of seeds, this lemon, weird. Amazing. So that's like a cup. That was quite a big lemon, and I'd say you'd need a cup. It seems like a lot, but you want that lemony flavor to come through when you eat the prawns. Right, I'm gonna just mix everything in here. See how the acid from the lemon's just breaking this butter down. I know these are really hot. These are like bird's eye, so I'm gonna add a teaspoon because my mom loves chili, but not as much as my dad and I. So just mix that in. And now, salt and pepper. And that is it. Those are literally the ingredients. I think it's really important to remember when you're cooking with fish or crustaceans, they're really delicate. So you don't want to overdo it with the flavor and kill the actual flavor of what you're eating. You want to know you're eating beautiful fresh prawns. And these came all the way from Villanculas from my dad. So I want to make sure that I don't overdo it and drown the prawns in too much flavor. Save half for later. You could actually put a little bit more than half. If I've got a little chunk of butter like that, I'm actually going to sweetie straight into here. We are ready to stick them in. I've got my tongs here. Best tool ever as well. Toss your prawns a bit. I'm happy with that. This looks hot enough. Prawns do not take long to cook, so watch them. They cook in literally about 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes maximum. These guys are going to be ready. So I'm going in right now. I can actually hear my dad. He can smell them. He's getting excited. And now it's just a matter of waiting and turning. I'm going to put a little bit of sauce in now. Just a bit more. And give it another shake. That is my dad's, my pup's, chili and garlic prawns.
You know, having your family around you is a privilege, really, especially if you can, you know, if you are able to work with them and also interact with them after, you know, after work. You know, it's a pretty unique situation.
Mm-hmm. Good. Yummy, eh?